morning. Today I'm going to be reviewing All American Season 3, Episode 1. It actually came at the perfect time because I literally, out of the blue, decided to rewatch All American, and I literally finished the last episode the day before the new season started. Okay, so the new season starts with super duper weirdness between Spencer and Olivia, and I really want to know what happened. I really hope that they did not do anything together, but the way that they hugged at the end, the way that Spencer closed his eyes and like took a deep breath like he was so happy to embrace Olivia, it really feels like they possibly did something. Like when Layla and him hugged and kissed, they did a flashback of him and some girl, and well, him and some light-skinned girl, of course, and it didn't look like, they didn't show the faces, so it's a possibility that it could have been Olivia. They did it on purpose to try to give some mystique. Hopefully they weren't trying to give clues and they were just trying to throw you off, and I hope that that was just him and Layla, because first of all, Olivia needs to leave Layla's men alone. She can't keep, like, you know, sometimes you have those TV shows where you have this girl, you have a girl and you have the girl's best friend, and the girl best friend always goes after the girl, and the girl best friend always goes after the guys that her best friend is done with or break up with, and then they're the ones that end up happy together. And it's just like, that's like Naomi and 90210, which how Naomi and Annie and 91210, Brooke and Peyton and Once You Heal, which is, you know, which ended up fine because Lucas and Peyton belong together, and you know, Brooke and what was his name, Brooke and I literally just watched a clip of them on YouTube. Brooke and Julian. So I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like in real life, that would be like real suspect, like really suspect. So I don't understand why they do this so many times. I understand that Olivia liked Spencer first. I completely understand that, but they didn't do anything together. She never said anything to him, and Spencer liked Layla from the moment she saw him. Spencer wanted her and wanted to be with her, just her. And Olivia never came out and said anything. I think it was messed up that Layla kissed him knowing that her friend had feelings for him. Yes. But once, you know, they decided that they were going to be together, then that's it. They're in a relationship. You slept with my boyfriend, so, you know, and they never even told me. Never told me. So I completely understand why I just would, before knowing, understand feeling bad, but after knowing, I would be like, I'm not gonna feel bad. You kind of slept with my boyfriend and absolutely didn't tell me, and absolutely positively were never going to tell me. I kind of don't care. Like, I don't care. But I really hope that they don't do that. I really do, because Olivia shouldn't be treated as second best. And her and Asher make such a great couple, and he really cares about her. He's always checking up on her, and Spencer does too. But I like their brother-sister relationship. I like their bond. Everybody doesn't need to be in a relationship. It's just like the bond from Once You Heal Again. Lucas and Haley, they are never together, but they have such a beautiful bond, and they're obviously a family. And I think the same thing should happen between Spencer and Olivia. I don't think that they should be together just because of the weirdness with Layla. That's so weird. If you want to be best friends with her, if Olivia and her want to be best friends, that they need to stop switching people. Like, they seriously need to stop doing that. Like, that needs to end right. That needs to end at Asher and needs to go no further. I understand a lot of people want them to be together, but I think that should just end. And I don't feel like Spencer's the type of person to play with Layla and be like, whatever happened in Vegas meant something to me, and kiss her and try to be in a relationship with her if he legit has feelings for Olivia. I don't feel like he's the type of person who would do that, especially knowing what all Layla had to go through and overcome, and what she was dealing with, and how he was waiting for her to even be healthy and to be in sound mind to even be together, to just decide, hey, I'm just gonna be with you to be with you because I can't be with Olivia. I don't think that's in his character, and I don't think that he would do something like that, and I wouldn't want him to be the type of person to do something like that. And a lot of people are saying that Layla and Spencer were together, but we know full well that Layla wants to be with Spencer, and they're only not together because she's trying to be healthy. And for Olivia to decide it would be okay to mess around with him when she knows that her friend who was just in like a mental hospital wanted to be with him, I would hope that Olivia has evolved. Like, she felt so bad about what happened before. I really hope that that's not what's going on now. Obviously, Olivia has been drinking. Somebody needs to jump on that. I'm hoping that it's possible that Spencer saw her drinking, or maybe Olivia tried to do something with Spencer, and Spencer said, no, I want to be with Olivia, I want to be with Layla, and now it's super duper awkward. So I don't know, and you know, he's always in his feelings, so I kind of understand him like taking a deep breath because they get a hug, because you know, he's always in his feelings, so everything impacts him. So I'm pretty sure that Olivia not talking to him really hurts him, just for the simple fact that he's always in his feelings and everything impacts him emotionally. So, I mean, that's completely understandable. I don't like the way that they changed the music. I don't like that it's like slower now or something like that. I really don't like that. I want the music to go back exactly how it was, or maybe what I was watching it on was messing up the music in the background, but it's a lot slower or something, and I'm not feeling it. I really like the original. I like the original score. What else is going on? Okay, so outside of that situation, I am so happy that Olivia has braids, because I was tired of her hair looking a hot mess every single episode for 2 seasons now. I was so done with that. I hope she stays in braids the whole time. She just needs to get different styles of braids. She looks so cute. Her hair is popping, and it needs to stay popping all season. Can somebody please? Like, that's no fair. Everybody else gets to have their hair done, except for the mama. Now the mama's hair looks even worse. I really hope that they would get her hair together, give her a different wig, give her some braids, something. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, can they please get these wigs together? Like, why can't they get them together? Anyway, so speaking of the mama, so her and Micah didn't end up together, and he was cute, and he's like, it wasn't the right time, or he wasn't the right person, but I thought that she really liked him, but now all of a sudden she doesn't like him and it didn't work out. Maybe he ended up getting another show or something like that, but that's just random. So who are they gonna put her together with? Now they're gonna put her together with Coach Baker now. I'm kind of feeling like maybe Billy and the mama, Billy and Miss Baker, I'm forgetting her name, but maybe Billy and Miss Baker will end up getting back together. I'm kind of getting that feel. She's in a really forgiving mood. She's feeling forgiving. The ending of last season, she was really like regretting not being with Billy, I think, and I think that she may eventually get over it. I mean, I'm gonna say, like, okay, he cheated, I'd be mad. I don't know. I just feel like it was so long ago and it only happened one time. But I understand. I probably wouldn't believe anything that he said. Like, he said it was one time, but maybe it was more than one time. Now you got your son, now you got, you know, her son living in my house. You didn't tell me anything, like, because this definitely would not have been okay. He definitely would not be living in our house. And you definitely wouldn't have been talking to her. They're talking together. They're in the hallway together. They were in his office together. I would be like, I never want to see y'all two in the same room ever again. Like, never speak to this woman ever again in your life. So I do understand why she got a divorce. I understand. Okay, never mind. I take what I said back. Never mind. But Miss Baker does bring him the ritual meal for him to eat, even though they're not together, which is sweet. And that she is deciding to be super duper extremely mature and invite Spencer and his family to dinner with them, because they miss Spencer and Spencer's family. So I thought that was really sweet and nice of her to do. Couldn't be me, but that was really sweet and beautiful. While they're at the school, Grace and Coach Baker end up running into the superintendent. I think he was the superintendent who's now acting principal. And he is all mad and upset because Coach Baker used to bully him back in the day, but it's like, you a grown man now. Like, stop it. Like, you tall, good for you. I mean, I'd be like, okay, man, like, get over it. Like, it's really time to get over it. He was like, I can get over the bullying, but I can't get over, like, moving away from my family. Like, go on somewhere. Like, we too old for that. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for him and his mess. I'm not in the mood. He's annoying. Grace really detests him, so they might end up pairing them two together because she doesn't like him so much. So they might end up having a really contentious relationship and then end up going to dinner and then end up falling in love or some mess like that. Because Coach Baker and her better not get together. That's a no. That's a non-starter. That's absolutely not. Especially with how mature and sweet Miss Baker is. Like, no. And then Coach Baker ends up going into a room. I thought he was trying to holler at a teacher. I thought he was trying to date, whoever was in that room. I was like, okay, so he moving on. All right, I understand. But it was his mom's old room, and he was just getting the feels and missing his mom. And I thought that was really cute and sweet. And it must be hard to kind of like go there knowing that your mom used to work there and your mom isn't there anymore. So that was actually touching. And he actually sets up a meeting with Spencer and this reporter person, and the reporter wants to talk bad blood between the Eagles and Crenshaw High, and Spencer just not having. He was like, hey, let's move on, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. And of course she takes that, minces his words, and prints it. And for some reason Jordan and the gang are mad. It's like, Spencer, he wouldn't talk bad about you. You should know by now, especially dealing with how your mom, ran for attorney of whatever she ran for. Especially knowing that words can be twisted around and people can use things against you. So I don't think that they should have took it to heart the way that they did and treated Spencer like some kind of pariah when they know good and well that Spencer is honestly a good person and that he really cares about everyone. And especially when Jordan went to the high school with him and was sitting in the auditorium, was sitting on the sidelines clapping while he said that he was going to bring back his resource, which is himself. So that was super annoying that he started a fight with Spencer, and was just so belligerent about it. Like, I just don't understand why he is so annoying and he's just so quick and testy all the time. Like, he's so immature. He's immature with everyone except for Simone. With her, he wants to be super stepdad, which I don't understand why they didn't just kick her to the side. I'm still mad that Olivia had the audacity to tell Jordan that he wasn't a victim when Simone lied and said that was his baby, and he built a crib. Well, Olivia built a crib and put a whole baby room together, and he was expecting a baby, but it wasn't really his. I'm glad she fessed up before the baby came, but he definitely was a victim of her lies, and he ended up being invested in something that has nothing to do with him and he shouldn't have to deal with. So I think it's odd and weird that they decided that they would be together and that he even wants to be with her after that. I wouldn't. Kick her to the curb. I'm mad that she wasn't kicked to the curb. Like, maybe I like her character. I love her flawless face. I love her hair. She real cute. I wish that maybe they could have picked a different actress to be kicked to the curb and then Simone could come in. But whatever. They decided that he was going to fall in love with some pregnant girl who lied about him being the father of her child. And I guess we just supposed to live with that. But either way, she actually gives up the baby and she doesn't even see him or anything. And the grandpa is just kind of like, kind of excited, low-key excited about his grandchild, but doesn't really get any type of feedback from Simone because she's kind of dealing with it all right now. And he does end up actually seeing the baby and knowing the baby's name. I forgot what the baby's name is, but it was dumb. I remember thinking that it was a dumb name. He actually takes a picture and ends up showing it to Simone, and it was a really sweet moment. She's not talking to Jordan because she doesn't want to make him sad or disappointed because he's really excited and actually loved the baby. So that was, but eventually she decides to let him in, which I think is a good idea because they are a cute couple. It's just the situation itself. I'm just like, but they are a cute couple, and I'm happy that now that, I'm not even going to say that her drama is done with, because she's going to be dealing with the repercussions of that and giving away her baby, not holding the baby, not seeing the baby. She's going to be dealing with that for quite a while. But at least they're a couple and they're happy, or so they seem. And Spencer finally came clean about his arm. And I'm so mad Jordan punched him in his arm. Like, is he crazy? But he actually came clean to Coach Baker about his arm, and I do hope that it ends up actually working and going 100%, and he's able to do everything that he needs to do so that he can become a professional NFL player. I mean, this is based on an actual NFL player, so hopefully he does become one. Anyway, Coop's girlfriend, who actually in real life is pregnant, or was pregnant. I don't know if she had the baby yet. I follow her on Instagram, but I don't remember her saying that she actually had the baby, but she may have already. But she's pregnant at the time, so she's sitting down a lot. They have her in front of things a lot. So I'm sure she won't be doing much this season. But she ended up leaving the tour, apparently because Layla's dad is actually not who you think he is, and she was just about to say it, and Coop has been telling her, tell me, but she was on the phone with somebody else, and then as soon as she was about to say something, she was like, oh, hold on. I was like, come on now, I want to know. Like, now we gotta wait a season, another episode, 2 more episodes for her to finally tell what's going on. It turns out Tyrone's sister Mo has decided not to do revenge and to make amends for everything that Tyrone has done. I don't believe her, but I hope that that's actually the case. I really do. But I really don't believe her. I don't like the way she went to Miss Baker's house, like, put her hand all on the door, like, nah, I'm not feeling her. I'm really not feeling her. I'm not feeling her. So that was my take. It was a really good episode. I'm ready to already know what's going on between Olivia and Spencer. I hope it's not what I think it is. I know a lot of other people are hoping that it is what I think it is. I hope it's not. But I'm ready to find out. I'm ready to see what's going on. I'm ready to see what happens next. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what's your favorite part of the episode, what you hope to happen. And have a great day, and stay safe and stay sane.